And we are live. Welcome to the Triple Threat Podcast, episode 5, presented by yours truly, by my two co-hosts, Logan and Nate. Welcome to the podcast. It's episode 5, and how y'all days been today?
I've been good, man. What about you?
I had a really good day, chilling, playing
Yo,
the game, like how we usually do it.
yeah, excited to be back. It's just episode 5. We're almost to 10 episodes, and then after that, we'll see what happens. So definitely excited to be back. We're growing over here. We're trying to get those subscribers. We're trying to get Jaden to 200 subscribers and Logan to 200 subscribers. So get them up to there and let's go because we're starting something big over here. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got some comments. Giant Opinion Sports,
Yo,
Zeke Giants Media, and we got Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast. What's up, bro?
what's up?
And everybody, welcome to the podcast. I thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. And let's get straight into the first question. Y'all ready?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
First question. Who is the Giants' toughest opponent for this coming up season?
Who wants to start first?
I'm gonna go with.
Listen, if y'all don't know the schedule, you can just pull it up. I'll show it to everybody.
Giants schedule. Let me pull that up real quick. All right, so we got the Washington Commanders week 1, the Washington Commanders week 2, the Dallas Cowboys week 3, the Green Bay Packers week 4, Jacksonville Jaguars week 5, Minnesota Vikings week 6, Dallas Cowboys week 7, Philadelphia Eagles week 8, Chicago Bears week 9, Detroit Lions week 10, Houston Texans week 11, week 12 Indianapolis Colts, week 13 Philadelphia Eagles, week 15. Week 14, damn it. The Tennessee Titans, week 15, the Baltimore Ravens, week 16, the Panthers, and week 17, the Seattle Seahawks. So I'm going to go with the toughest opponent here is probably going to be the Tennessee Titans. They're a physical football team. They know how to run the ball. I'm not confident in our front seven being able to stop Derrick Henry. So that could get ugly very fast. But that's just my opinion. But over to Nate.
I'm gonna agree with Tennessee Titans. I just think they're the hardest matchup. I think with Derrick Henry and the running game's gonna probably be effective. But let's see, man. The season hasn't started yet, so I can't see. We could be an amazing team, but we can also suck. So I can't see that we are a good team or a bad team. But I'm definitely gonna say that I'm expecting at least in competition. I'm not expecting any predictions, and I think this is gonna be a good season so far.
What about you, Jaden?
Yeah, I agree with y'all. I will go with the Tennessee Titans because the Tennessee is one of the best football teams in the league in terms of running the football. When Derrick Henry was healthy, he was the best running back in the league, Because with this defense, I don't know how we're going to stop Derrick Henry. I think Derrick Henry, he like 6'8" or 6'7".
No, he's 6'4".
He's 6'4". I thought he was taller than that. But yeah, he's a tough running back to stop, I'm really not confident in our front seven to stop him, so I just really hope that we find a way. I'll go with the Tennessee Titans in terms of being our toughest opponent to stop.
All right. I agree with you.
Do y'all want to get to the next question, or y'all want to talk about what's going on Twitter or what's trending right now?
Let's get to the Twitter trending thing.
Yeah, when y'all pull it up, then I'll show it to everybody, and we're going to go on from there.
Got you. Nate, do you got it?
For what?
The thing on Twitter about Saquon.
Oh, I got you.
Clock is ticking, Nate. We're fucking live. You should have this set up already.
I already have it. Okay, shit.
How y'all gonna tell us no curse what y'all do anyway?
I didn't curse. All right.
It's 14 minutes ago, so let me just find it.
Nate, you should have had this already.
Nate, you should have had this set up already. There
Here
we
it
go.
Look, it says the NFL rumors on Twitter. If the New York Giants Saquon Barkley is traded to the 49ers and Bucks, it could be the players.
Okay.
Listen, I want to like, what is y'all opinion about this Barkley getting traded rumors thing to the Bucks or the 49ers? Logan, we're gonna start with you first.
All right, listen. If we trade Saquon Barkley to either the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or San Francisco 49ers, you guys have never seen me so mad on this earth. I'm being dead serious. If we trade this man who just came off an ACL surgery, has been sacrificing his body for this team, tried to do everything, and we trade him, that is straight effing disrespect. If we trade this man, I will burn all of my Giants gear. I would delete my channel. If we trade Saquon Barkley, you can hold me to that.
Pretty much. I'm just gonna say this though. I can't. I would probably feel in the middle because I think Saquon in general. Let's just be real. He's not healthy, and I think honestly in the future we get some picks for him. Because I've been saying this, we should have traded this guy. There's no way in hell that he's gonna be behind this offensive line producing.
But what if we build the offensive line?
Who's
to say that we're going
to do that? We can't keep
them. We have 10 picks.
Dude, this is be honest. We get more picks for Saquon. We get seconds. We get first. Saquon is one of the best running backs in the league. We're not a good team.
So you're saying if we were to draft 4 offensive linemen, you don't think how many linemen do you think we need?
It's not going to work because Saquon has been beat up everything, and it's not his fault. But it's not. It's also the team's fault for not giving him an offensive line. That's why I'm saying we got to trade him.
So why not give him an offensive line and let him play out his last year?
Do you really believe we're going to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Then
Nate, you expect the new regime to go in the draft and take a corner, a safety, a quarterback?
We're going to take offensive linemen, but they're rookies. They're not going to be instant pieces. They're going to say, oh, my God, he's amazing. Andrew Thomas sucked the first season.
You need to let players develop.
That's what we do, but that's the problem. He's not going to be good for the next 8 weeks.
Bro, I'm telling you
that's the problem. That's the only problem I have. If we trade Saquon, I want at the trade deadline.
Exactly. You're going to get a 4th-round pick for him. You're getting a 4th-round pick for that dude.
If he plays with the Giants, and if he's really good, you trade him, you get a 2nd-round pick. Easy.
Personally, me, I do not want to get rid of Saquon. But if he gets injured 1 or 2 more times, I think it's time to move on from Saquon Barkley. I really think so. Because while we keep certain players, if they're going to keep getting hurt, I don't understand it. But we should draft 4 to 5 offensive line. Let's give Saquon Barkley a fair chance. I'm going to tell you
Can I say something a little bit? I'm not saying Saquon is dog. I'm not saying he's trash. I think he's an amazing, amazing running back. The only problem I have with this team is they haven't gave him the pieces to be really good.
So why not give him the pieces?
Look, Nate,
should, but we're the Giants. Let's be honest.
We are the Giants. Nate, and that's the point I was getting to. Since we're getting the pieces, I was getting to that.
Yeah, that's the only problem. Man.
5, let's draft Kenyon Green. 7, Akim or Evan Neal. Somehow they're available, right? Then you could possibly trade back and get Tyler Linderbaum. Like, you never know what can happen. Let's build the offensive line. Let's build the offensive line around Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones, right? Let's give them a fair shot first, because it wouldn't be fair to give it to somebody else who hasn't earned it yet. I wouldn't think it wouldn't be just fair yet. Let's give Barkley the offensive line in front of him, right, Logan? Let's give Daniel Jones the offensive line. Then, if both of them ain't up to par or they not doing good, then you could look to trading both of them or find a way to get rid of them. You could find a way to do that.
The only I have. I'm gonna say we're gonna keep them. Honestly, I think we're honestly gonna keep them. I just think for a season only. Saquon's gone. He's on a $7 million contract. Joe Shane's ain't gonna pay this dude $16 million. That's not happening. Gone.
I don't think Barkley would ask for that much money. He wants to be in New York for his whole career.
When he talks, man, his agent's gonna ask him whatever they want.
Yeah, but listen, speaking of money, remember like 2 or 3 years ago, we said the same thing about Daniel Thompson. He said for the Giants he would take a cheap pay cut to be on his team because of his loyalness. Like he was really loyal with the Giants, but the Giants decided to trade him away. So
let's get to the next topic though.
All right, at the next question we have coming up. Who are the breakout players for the New York Giants for this coming up season? Who's gonna be that breakout player y'all could possibly see happening?
That's a good question.
You want me to delete? Okay.
Aaron Robinson. Aaron Robinson's a very physical corner. He's
like that.
he's a thickly built defensive back. Don't even go there, Jaden. He's a big dude. He's one of the only corners left in the league that are willing to punch you in the mouth inside 5 yards of scrimmage. Him and Jalen Ramsey. There's a few other guys. Xavier Rhodes, very physical cornerbacks. But I do believe he could use his physical ability, and I do think he's going to be our number one corner. And do not be surprised if Aaron Robinson is a Pro Bowler next season.
Well, you guys may be shocked with my pick. Julian Love. I know people are, oh my God, Julian Love. Why you said Julian Love? This is why. In this system, bro, he's the only person. I think he's the best person in this game to fit on this defense right now. I tell everyone out in this system, what he can get to the quarterback, him and McKenna, I think we should honestly start him over Logan Ryan. I honestly think that should be I think we should have McKenny and him back there because we see what he did. The dude's he's a ball hawk. That's what he is. Ball hawk. That's what him and McKenny bring back there. I think if we start him and he fits his Martinelli defense really well, let's see what the front does, man, because I think Roche is going to have an unbelievable season. I'm calling it right now, 9 sacks for my boy Quincy Roche. 9 sacks. I'm calling it right now.
Personally, me, for my breakout play on defense, like who's gonna be like that star player?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Azeez Ojulari, but I think that'd be the obvious one. But for me, I got Quincy Roche as breakout player for the defensive side. After I explain it, we're gonna go for the offense.
Okay.
For me, Quincy Roche, I really think he could. This coming up season, I think he's going to be projected to get 7 sacks. I really believe he could do it.
Yes.
I think he had like 4.5 sacks, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really think he could push it to 7. The most, I'll say 8.5, I like Quincy Roche, because like last year's draft, me and Logan, we projected to get him in the 4th or 5th round. He ended up coming here, so that was actually a very blessing for him to come to the New York Giants, to the MetLife Stadium. I like the way he plays on defense, though. He could get to the quarterback. It's still some techniques he still got to work on, He's young. He's young in the coming up game. You got to give players time to develop. I think that's the issue. I think we try to rush everybody. I don't think we don't give people time to develop.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I got Quincy Roche getting 7 sacks this coming up season. He's going to be a breakout player on defense.
Yeah, I like that. And
now, since we got past the defense, now let's switch it to offense. Who do you think who's going to be the breakout player of the New York Giants for the offensive side of the football? We'll start with you, Logan.
That's a good question. I'm going to go with Shane Lemieux. I personally think he's going to be a very good, solid starting guard next year. I do think he will win the starting right guard position next to whoever we draft at right tackle. Because let's be honest, there's no way, even with 10 picks, you're not going to be able to draft a starting caliber left guard, a starting caliber center, a starting caliber right guard, and a starting caliber right tackle. I say we get a starting caliber right tackle and left guard, and we'll see who wins that center job. We might sign one, but I do think Shane Lemieux is going to have a good season next year if the coaching staff can develop him into being a good guard.
I'm going with Giannis. I'm going with Kadarius Toney. I think KT and what he brings, and this is a system where it's going to fit KT the most. Kadarius Toney, with his speed and what this dude does with the football, is unbelievable. Let's be honest. He killed Dallas.
I feel like he already kind of broke out, though. Like, we know what Toney can do.
But this is the problem. Can he do it for a whole season? That's what I want to see from him. I want him to be that guy that we say, yeah, that's the guy. We can let Galladay go. He's our number one guy. He's the guy we picked at 20. Say that's our replacement. Now we can see, and I also think Galladay, he needs to step up this season. I can't see this dude, man. Like this dude, we paid this dude $18 million to do absolutely nothing the whole season.
Yeah.
So I think we need to see a step up in this offense, man.
Listen, in terms of offense, who's going to be the breakout player? I have a question. I know we talked about Kadarius Toney. What did we see with Kenny Golladay?
Yes.
Yeah, for Kenny Golladay, he needs to be the breakout player of the offense. You know, with Kenny Golladay, I really think he needs to put up some touchdowns for the Giants because for the season, he put up 0. How does that happen? Because every year he's known for putting up touchdowns. It's like when he came to the Giants, he put up 0.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. That's unacceptable.
I feel like it's not his fault though. Like we
No.
It's
It's not his fault. You know, he was never given a fair chance to go one-on-one in the end zone. Let him go up and go get it, because that's what he's known for. Like, why we don't throw him the football more? I personally do not understand it. It's like, why are we not giving him the ball? Like, I know he's not fast on routes. We get it. He don't get that much separation. But if you throw where he could catch it, just let him make the play. You know, you got to give your receivers and playmakers a fair chance to make a play on the football. You know, because you never know what can happen. You go maul somebody, then you could possibly outrun the defender and score a touchdown. It's like anything can happen. But I have Kenny Golladay for my breakout player on offense for the New York Giants. You know, what's good, Nightings? What's up? Welcome to the podcast, bro. Slade with an interesting comment here. He says, LOL, y'all Giants fans that want to trade Saquon are going to look like clowns in 1 year. He had a season-ending injury a year ago, had a solid season. In his first year, he had 1,307 yards with no offensive line.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, if we trade Saquon Barkley, he's coming back. He's going to have a 1,500-plus yard season next year. I'm telling everyone right now, and you guys can hold me to that.
Okay. And speaking of the next question, who are the breakout players of the NFL draft? Like who you looking for the most out of everybody?
That one guy that I think is a can't miss prospect and that I think will be an immediate impact. I'm going to say Kenneth Walker, the running back from Michigan State, is going to be a Pro Bowl running back one day. He's a bowling ball. He's like Josh Jacobs. I'm going to say he's going to be an immediate impact guy from the running back position. I think the Buffalo Bills take him personally, but let's get Nate's answer.
I think honestly, it's okay.
But the thing about Kenneth Walker, right? He's just thickly built. He has massive legs, massive quads, you know what I mean? His shoulders are built very stocky. He's a very wide dude, and he's fast as hell. He's kind of like Jamal Charles. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He has no problem making defenders miss. If he's one-on-one with a defensive back, he'll run straight through him. He has good vision. He'll get through the gap quickly. Jaden, what do you think about Kenneth Walker, the running back from Michigan State?
There you go.
I like Kenneth Walker a lot, but personally, my breakout player of the NFL draft, I really think is gonna be. Oh, it's a tough one. I really think it's gonna be Christian Harris, a linebacker from Alabama. I really think he's got something to prove. You know, Alabama has been known for defense and offense. That's why they have the best recruit in school and college. You know, I really like Chris Harris a lot. He could tackle, he could play coverage. That's why in the third round, if he's available, I'll take him or the linebacker Brandon Smith. You could go either way with those ones. Like, I would love to have Christian Harris on this team. He fits our scheme for defense. That's my personal breakout player of the NFL draft.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Nate?
I'm gonna go with some guys for the edge rushers. Majay Sanders is one guy for me. I think Majay's ability, I think he's gonna be insane. Whatever team he needs to get on, there's something that he needs to improve on. He's not a complete prospect yet, but he's definitely someone I see as a breakout player because he used to be high on the draft boards. Now he's dropping. He's dropping like crazy. And I think if he has a really, really good combine, he could be up there because I think his ability to get to the passer is insane. But the only problem with him is he played not the best competition.
Yo, breaking news. Laura Young has been named Director of Coaching Operations for the New York Giants.
Yep.
Oh, you have it up?
Sure.
But yeah, I got another guy who we can talk about that I like too is Josh Joe, the cornerback from Alabama. I like him a lot too.
Hey, look, that's our new coaching staff. We got Laura Young, Director of Coaching Operations.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, those are my guys.
Wait, is that our? Yeah, I think that's our first female coach, I believe.
Yeah, it's our first female coach ever.
Wow.
Oh, she's not coaching the team. She's just directing.
Yeah, a part of it. Yo, I like Damon Clark. What Slay
I love
said,
Damon Clark.
Damon Clark he's such an underrated linebacker in this class. Top 3 coverage skills at linebacker spot.
Another guy, man, people have been sleeping on for months.
Check the private chat.
I'm gonna say another guy, Chad Moa.
Okay.
We all know, and everyone knows that this guy. No one doesn't really know a lot about him because let's be honest, he doesn't play at the best school. But when you watch this dude on tape, he flies out the page, man. And this guy's gonna be really good in the NFL. Yeah, Chanel's a dog. I see that in the chat. Chanel is a dog.
Okay. Everybody, we all made our points, We got the next question coming up. What were the biggest takeaways of the New York Giants season? I don't think it made any sense, but yeah.
Let Nate go first.
Hey, Nate, go ahead.
The biggest takeaways. That we last season was just not the best year. I think with the coaching staff we had, let's be honest, Joe Judge didn't really preach the message that we thought he would preach. But I think also what we need to see also from this team from last season, that I think this year we'll probably see a lot more of is just development, man. Like this, Joe Judge said he was going to develop these players, but a hard-working football team, and we all saw that this team didn't work hard at all. And I don't blame everything on this guy. I'm being real. I didn't blame everything on him. I think the injuries killed the season. I think a lot of things, but his coaching, dude, and his decision making was absolutely terrible. You went for a quarterback sneak on a 3rd and 9. That is unbelievable. And then you kneel on one in the red zone, bro.
Yeah.
I don't understand what this dude did, but hopefully Brian Dale could fix this team because we need a lot of fixing to do.
Yeah. Speaking of Joe Judge, one thing I never liked about Joe Judge, he says we're gonna fight for 60 minutes, we're gonna play hard, we're gonna execute, we're gonna watch film, we're gonna get these players, like we're gonna work them really hard, we're gonna train them. Like we never got any of that. I did not like the quarterback sneak. Well, I understand on the first time, right? I understand the first time. The second time, we quarterback sneak again. I'm like, what NFL team does that? I'm being honest. I never seen I'll probably see the Cleveland Browns that's 0-16. Maybe they do it, but at least they don't take a kneel twice by the red zone. Unlike us, I don't know why we decided to do it. It just showed how bad we really are. But hopefully Brian Dable and the rest of the coaching staff, they can help us get back to that winning culture we've been wanting for the past 5 to 6 years.
And the thing is, my biggest takeaway from the last season, we learned how to spot manipulation tactics because Joe Judge talked all that good stuff but couldn't present on the field whatsoever. He has no idea how to develop players. He has no idea how to communicate with his players. He has no idea how to communicate with his coaching staff. He talked all that smack at his press conference, so we all got manipulated into thinking he was going to be a good head coach. But the moral of the story is, don't say anyone's a good head coach until you see the process actually working. Don't just go off what a guy said and because you think he sounds cool.
Everybody made their points, right? I like everybody answers. I like how, we're explaining everything, Got the next question coming up. who is the sleeper player to watch on the New York Giants? Like, who do you think who's gonna be the most slept on to watch that nobody is gonna be talking about?
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah,
I need to think.
Yeah. Take your time to think about it. You know,
you have yours. You can go first this time if you already have your player.
I have Jaron Williams, the corner.
Oh, the corner. You know what? I'll go corner too. I want to go Darius.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Darius get some snaps.
Ooh, interesting. A sleeper player to watch. We're gonna do it for both sides, defense and offense. You know, I really think that'd be really interesting to watch.
Yeah.
You know, for defense, who am I gonna think of?
I have a good one.
I came up with a hard question. I can't even answer it correctly.
I have a good one.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. Nah, I don't want to say Jalen Smith. He's getting old. I don't want to say him.
He's only 26.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I personally think it's going to be Jalen Smith, you know, because he's like.
I mean, we have to re-sign him first.
Yeah. I know he's top 10 linebacker, like the most tackles or whatever. I'm pretty sure I'm correct or not. Y'all let me know in the comments, you know. I really think it's going to be Jalen Smith. In my personal opinion, that's my sleeper player for the defensive side of the football.
Okay. Mine for offensive side of the football. It's tough, man. Darius Slayton. If he could get, let's be honest, with the talent he possesses, if he could just stop dropping passes, he's like a top 10 receiver. Let's be honest. If he stops dropping passes, he's a top 10 receiver with the skill set he possesses.
Wait, like speaking of top 10, you know who be top 5? They can catch everything. Evan Ingram.
Well,
if he catches
him, no,
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna go with, and I think this guy fits this offense perfectly. Kaden Smith. Let's be honest, he's the tight end that I want to see this guy play. Blocking tight end. He can also catch the ball for once. And I think he's getting better and better. I saw some like in training camp. I thought this dude's gonna be our starting tight end. He was amazing in camp. Like this dude was catching everything that DJ throw to him. I don't know why they didn't start this dude because him and DJ have that connection, man. That I think that's why DJ was so good his rookie season because Kaden Smith and him had a really good connection, and I think they should start this year because I don't want to pay a tight end that much money. Get a rookie in here. Let's start this great tight end group. Let's go.
Okay, we have another question. This is a good one.
Okay.
Which scheduled game are you looking forward the most? Not who's the toughest. Which game are you gonna look at to be watching the most? Like which game are you tuned in that you really excited to watch? Like who you really want to see?
Saquon Barkley versus Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good matchup. Personally, the game I'm looking forward the most, I'm gonna say the Baltimore Ravens. I'm gonna tell you why. You know, we could see Daniel Jones versus Lamar Jackson, even though Lamar's definitely going to win that matchup. Let's get that out the way. But, you know, who's really going to stop Lamar from running the football? We got to find a way. We got to find a way to contain mobile quarterbacks. You know, if we can find a way to contain Lamar Jackson like how we did with Russell Wilson, we have like a slight chance of winning that football game. Because Ravens, they easily top the best running back in the league for running the football. If you really think about it, you know why? They have the most rushing yards in the league. If they was healthy, J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, and the other running back I'm forgetting right now, but they was arguably top 2 in the league in terms of rushing wise. You know, the game I'm looking forward the most is the Baltimore Ravens, and we'll switch it to Nate.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say a different game. I'm gonna go Panthers Giants. McCaffrey versus Saquon.
Again?
Packers versus Saquon. They're both Saquon wasn't playing, and I need to see that matchup. I want to see McCaffrey versus Saquon. Two of the most talented running backs in the league. They both had injury-ridden seasons, and let's see how they bounce back. I want to see that game because I want to see two good running backs going back at it.
Last time we had McCaffrey versus Barkley, they gave the Panthers 5 downs.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, yo, Nas, I see you backstage, but after we make our points, I'll just let the callers in.
Yeah.
All right, we have the next question coming up. What are your expectations for the Giants' offensive line now?
It's not how you spell what. I feel that if we were to draft at least 3 offensive linemen, we should be middle of the road by week 7. And then after week 7, once this line has gelled together, we will take off. Barkley will start to get going by midseason when it starts to get a little bit colder. Won't have Daniel Jones passing 24/7. Barkley will get going. Booker will get going. Maybe this coaching staff will actually give Brightwell a carry if he doesn't retire by week 3. I do feel by the end of the season we'll be rated like 17. And then going into 2023, I think we'll be set as a top 10 offensive line with guys going into their second year.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm expecting offensive line at first that this doesn't look the best. I'm going to say at first it's going to look not the best. It's not going to be because these guys haven't played with each other. And when you see that offensive line gel together, what Logan said, everyone becomes better. Because the right tackle, the guard needs the right tackle to look amazing, to look good, and then the left tackle needs the left tackle needs to make the left guard look good. So I think it starts up the middle, the trenches, guard, center, and left guard, center, and right guard. We need to get those positions hold up a really good tackle, and I think the team's set, man. Like I think offensive line should be the biggest thing we do this offseason, and I expect this Giants team by 2024 we'll have a top 5 offensive line.
Oh, my expectations for the offensive line, I don't expect too much, but if we get Kenyon Green, Akim Huando, Evan Neal, or Tyler Linderbaum, right, I would expect this offensive line just to be average. That's why I'll put them at best. Because for the past 5 to 6 years, we've had a really bad offensive line. We've never gotten that true player. Besides Andrew Thomas, he's been amazing. So I'm not worried about him. For these 4 other offensive line, I'm really concerned about. But that's why at the draft, that's what we have to draft for. I really want to draft offensive line. I really want to develop these players. Hopefully by week 5 or week 6, the offensive line should just to be above average. At the beginning, they're not going to be on a good start. They got to get the chemistry going, the playbook. They got to learn new plays, new different schemes, new blocking schemes. That's what the coaches are here for, to teach these players to learn the correct scheme, learn it their way, instead of doing their own thing and they don't do good. It's like going to the job and the boss tells you to do this and that. That's why you have to listen to what they say. You may not like it, but it's really important to listen to the coaches or your boss or whatever. It's really important. That's why I expect the offensive line by week 5 or week 6 just to be above average.
Yeah.
All right. We have next question coming up, right? And the next question is, what are your expectations of the New York Giants entire coaching staff? Like, what do you expect this coaching staff? Do you expect it in 1 year, 2 years? You expect us to be bad, or you expect us to be really good?
I expect out of this coaching staff to teach our players the fundamentals, not all that extra stuff that you can get into later. I want our players to be fundamentally sound. I don't want any more mental mistakes like Dexter Lawrence jumping off sides on a goddamn field goal attempt. I want our players to be fundamentally sound, mentally disciplined, and not making the stupid mistakes. Obviously, they're going to make mistakes occasionally, but as long as they're not dropping passes because some dude put taped rubber balls to their hands so they couldn't catch anything in practice, I feel that our players should be fine. I want us to be fundamentally sound and not make the dumb decisions like we were for the last 2 seasons.
But yeah, I agree with that. But I also think we need to learn. These players just need to learn a technique more than anything, because Andrew Thomas in the first season only lacked technique. his first couple of games, but then when we gave him Dave, whatever, forgot his last name.
Giuliano.
Yeah, thank you. He made Andrew Thomas look really good, and then Andrew Thomas going to the next. He's like, okay, I got my technique down. Let's improve my pass blocking because he literally improved everything in this season. Everything looks so much better. His technique looked amazing. His run blocking is always going to be amazing. I think his pass blocking was big this year for him. I thought this year he's a franchise tackle. I'm telling you right now, he's our franchise tackle. And I think give him a really good left guard. This dude's going to be amazing. Like I'll tell you guys right now, we may have a sick offensive line if we draft right.
Personally, me, I expect the coaching staff. I expect us to be just a above average team, just a solid team in 2 years. You know, we all know at the beginning we're not gonna be winning that many games. If we're being realistic as a Giants fan, just like the rest of us, you know, I do expect us to win 7 games. You know, because I don't expect us to be a playoff team because I don't think we're not at that level or we're not ready for that yet. I really want to take the time. You know, I want these plays to be like what Lucas said, be really fundamental. You know, we shouldn't make the stupid mistakes. You know, we jump off sides or we play so much zone defense or somebody holds on defense or a late hit on defense. Somebody, you know, a pass interference. Like, it's just the little stuff that loses us games. It's to be the little stuff. You know, offense, for the offensive side. You know, a wide receiver could be on a false start. Offensive line could be on a false start. Holding, offense. Like, we could get a big play down the field, but guess what? Referees call it back because it was legal. It was either holding on offense or illegal blocking it back. We shouldn't make those little mistakes. Those are the little mistakes that really hurts us to watch. You know, because we root for this team. You know, we're die-hard Giants fans, you know. We're never going to stop being Giants fans. We're going to continue supporting them no matter what. You know, we shouldn't make those little mistakes. We should just avoid them. You know, that's why we have the coaching staff. I want them to teach these players the correct way. You know, I love how we're heading in that right direction. We got to just keep going. But Nate and Logan, in order to do that, to be really good, we have to be consistent. That's been the problem for this team. We were never consistent for years. You know, when Jerry Reese was here, he had bad drafting, bad free agency signings. We all remember it. You know, that's why this team was hold back for so long. That's why we couldn't go to where that we wanted to go. With Jerry Reese, I did not like Jerry Reese. Sure, he won a Super Bowl. That's cool, but he had bad drafting and bad signing for 8 years, almost a decade. Now we brought in Dave Gettleman. He had bad free agency signings at the beginning, but turns up the draft wise, I really thought he had some solid drafting. He did bring in some players that we like. You know, sure. He brought in for free agency. He brought in James Bradbury, Blake Martinez. You know,
Kenny Galladay.
Yeah, Kenny Galladay, Devontae Booker. You know, players like that. Some of it worked out, some of it didn't.
Yeah.
You know? At the time in 2019, when it was time to get rid of Eli Manning, you know, I think we rushed in Daniel Jones at week 3 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think we rushed him.
I think too.
Yeah, that was a big mistake. Now, and I see why Daniel Jones is not playing being a quarterback that he's not. If we would have waited to after his full year of just sitting down, learning the playbook, learning different stuff, you know, let Eli play for the whole year, I think we would have seen better results. But instead, when we didn't do that, it didn't work out for us. That's why we need to take the time. If a quarterback gets drafted, sit them out for the whole year. Let them learn. Don't rush them. That's a big mistake. You know?
Yeah.
Next question. What is the biggest area that the Giants get improved on the most for this coming up season for 2022?
Offensive line.
Oh, you gonna?
I'm gonna say the biggest improvement we need to see is honestly the biggest area is the offensive line, and I think it's because we literally have no one in the offensive line. We only have one guy, which is Andrew Thomas. Everyone else on the offensive line just is not the best. So I think we should honestly get better in that offensive line, tweak up the offensive line, get us some rookies. Let's draft well, man. Like, we haven't drafted well in the last 5 years, 7 years, I think now. So it's crazy that we were one of the best drafting teams, and now we are like one of the worst drafting teams, and our scouts are not even good. So I think we need to find talent, and that's something that we have to do in this draft. We need to have 8 good draft picks. 8 draft picks. We need to hit all 8. Out of the 10, we need to hit at least 8 picks.
Okay. You know, it's time to bring some callers in. You know, we got our first guest. We have Nas.
Yo,
Nas.
My bad, guys. I'm here. What's going
You know,
on?
what's up? Welcome to the podcast. You know,
Thank you. How you guys doing this week?
are we good?
man.
How about you?
I'm good. I'm still trying to get over this. Still trying to get over this trade from the Sixers and the Nets and everything. I know we're talking about football here, but
Oh no. We could. We could definitely talk about it.
I'm just so upset at the Sixers. Like, okay, I can understand the people, but why, in God's green earth, why would you give them 2 first-round picks with it?
Because they're stupid.
Like, I understand they trying to revamp the team, but let's think. Okay, let's take away from you. You already gave the Nets defense. You gave them another shooter in Seth Curry. You gave them a rebounder in Andre Iguodala, who I still think is a great rebounder in the league and everything, that can give KD an opportunity to score some more and everything. That takes the pressure off him. And hey, I could just say this though: the East is not the weak link no more. Put it like that.
Yeah.
Because it's teams in the East. I'm sorry for the lighting, y'all. I know it's dark and stuff, but the East is no longer the weak link, and it's been seen like that like a couple of years. And yeah, you got the Bulls. You know, you got the Bulls. You got the Cavs. You got who else? You got the Sixers. Them. Yeah, it's the East is live, y'all.
Yep. What do you think, Jaden?
What I personally think of the trade, I feel like both sides won off the trade. You know, Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round picks. You know, Brooklyn Nets will be having those players in them picks. One is the undrafted protected pick, rather. I really think it's going to work out for both teams. You know, James Harden going to the Philadelphia Sixers. It is really interesting.
Yeah.
You know, Harden and Embiid, that's going to be a duo for the chemistry. But the thing is, though, is James Harden going to play iso ball most of the time? That's what I really questioned the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least Brooklyn finally has some defense.
Yeah, and it's just I feel bad because I know what KD can do. We all know what KD can do, and you know, good luck to the West.
Yeah.
You know, we got people. I don't know. I'm not sure who the number 1 in the West right now. But
I think it's the Suns.
The West ain't nothing to sneeze at. Still, like you still got you know, the Warriors and them boys. You got the Suns, who's still a young team. I don't know what the hell the Lakers doing. Well, to be honest with you, I don't know what the hell Russell Westbrook is doing. Put it like that. And he should just stay on the bench. Let's just put it like that. I never seen LeBron just be this unhappy in his lifetime as an NBA player, a great NBA player, and now he about to lead his what All-Star game is this for him? This is what I forgot, but I know he's a multi-time All-Star performer, and he getting ready to get in this game, and I want to know my personal curiosity. I want to see what his mindset going into this All-Star game. Because right now, I know he can't focus with his Lakers, with his Lakers being down like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I've never seen LeBron this frustrated. Well, we have seen it with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I've seen it before. I really think LeBron's going to trade for Russell Westbrook. He should. I don't like Russell Westbrook. I've never thought he was good. I've never thought that. That's why I wanted Damian Lillard first.
And all these trades going around. My thing is we should trade Westbrook. Let's go get John Wall from Houston. And put Westbrook back on Houston. Let's put it like that. And we just gonna see where it goes from there. And I'm first. Can I really say that I'm proud of CP3? How he still carry on his legacy. Like he's doing a very good job. Like CP3.
Yeah. And I have a question for Nas. What do you think the Ravens have to do this offseason to become a playoff team again?
I think what my Baltimore Ravens have to do is let's get some more offensive linemen. Got to protect Lamar. And I think we need to figure out the zero blitz as a team. Because I think it ain't going to stop until we figure it out.
Yeah.
What else? I know we about to lose some people. As far as like Calais Campbell, Brandon Williams, all them people up front. This is why we're gonna draft some people. I do expect us to get another cornerback and J.C. Jackson probably. Look at the cornerback position, so we can add on. We already got Humphrey and Marcus Peters. I want us to first and foremost, I want us to extend Lamar's contract because I'm tired of talk that he might leave, that he might get traded. I'm tired of it. Like it ain't happening. We know that's how we be the biggest fools in NFL history to let him go. But I'm happy. I'm happy that we all getting rest this season. They all getting rest this season. That's what I meant to say. To get back to next season.
Nas. I asked Logan and Nate this earlier, but I'm gonna ask you this question right here coming up. Which scheduled game are you looking forward to most for your Baltimore Ravens?
I'm looking forward to the game. I'm really looking forward is us versus the Super Bowl, the AFC champions, Cincinnati Bengals.
My dad said I think Lamar Jackson has reached his peak. Do y'all think he reached it, or you think he has some little things to still improve on? I personally think he still has to work on his passing game because he still has to learn how to throw the football because eventually teams are going to go after him because all they got to do is contain multiple quarterbacks. That's all they have to do. So, Nas, what do you think Lamar can improve on to reach the peak, like to go to the higher level?
Yeah, definitely have to improve on passing. And like I said, we definitely have to really click on the zero blitzing because if not, you still gonna have quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes. You're still gonna have quarterbacks like Josh Allen. You're still gonna have just even Joe Burrow in the AFC standing in his way. And the only way is to first of all, let's figure that out because the Cincinnati started the zero blitz. That's why to bring up back to your last question, that's why I wanted to face them, the most. I'm looking forward for that next season. But we all know why. Like I wish we was just healthy, this way we could prove everybody wrong.
Yeah.
Like as far as facing them, because I don't think we was healthy both games. To be honest with you, I understand Jamar Chase cooked Marlon Humphrey 200 yards. Okay, cool. But let's just say if we had Peters, let's just say if we had our 1,000-yard rushers and Dobbins and Edwards, let's just say if we had Ronnie Stanley, one of the best left tackles in the league, former Pro Bowler. Let's just say if we had Derek Wolfe, some of our blockers, Nick Boyle, all of them. We're just similar to the 49ers, but in a different kind of run style, physical run team. I think like once we get them people back, it could be a different story. Let's go it again.
Oh, look, I have a question that my dad put up. Who's going to replace Ben Roethlisberger for the Pittsburgh Steelers? That's a good question. I'll let Logan go first, then we'll go to Nas.
My original thought was Lamar Jackson, but we're not going to get to that right now.
Thanks, Fox.
I'm going to go with Kenny Pickett. I think if he falls to 20 or wherever, I think it's either 20 or 22 wherever the Steelers are picking, I think Kenny Pickett will fall to them.
Personally, me, if Pittsburgh want to go with a quarterback very early, I think they want to take Malik Willis, if I'm being honest.
I think Willis could go as high as 2 to Detroit, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, but it might be Kenny Pickett. Who else is a really good quarterback in the draft, though?
Matt Corral, Carson Strong, Sam Howell.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh want to go after Matt Corral. I think that's going to be their replacement for the Pittsburgh Steelers for the quarterback position. Yeah. Nas, what you personally think?
If I know Mike Tomlin well, because Harbaugh been in the league since 2008. If I know Mike, and I've been watching the Ravens since 2011, and if I know Mike T well, he gonna go after a veteran quarterback. Well, I think it's either between him or the owner's rule. But whoever has to say so, I think they're gonna go after a veteran quarterback, such as, which I hope not, but I feel like it's coming, like Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers or any of the ligneous quarterbacks out there.
Deshaun
Watson. And I would love. That's the one quarterback I would love for to play. It's gonna be a good division. I would love for Deshaun Watson to come. Because that's gonna be a good division matchups. Like for all of them.
Yeah.
For all quarterbacks. Mm-hmm.
What's your Super Bowl prediction, man?
I got the Rams 31-25.
Mm-hmm. I got the Bengals 36-29.
Oh, personally, me, I have the Rams winning the Super Bowl 27-21.
27-21.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Why do y'all think the Rams or the Bengals are gonna win that Super Bowl this coming up Sunday on February 13th?
I feel even though the Bengals lack offensive linemen, I feel that Joe Burrow can do some things. He can get outside of the pocket. He can break some sacks. He can break some tackles, and I think he's going to be able to move enough on his legs to be able to get away from Von Miller, Aaron Donald, Sebastian Joseph Day, and make some plays on his feet and extend drives that way.
Oh, Nas, why do you think the Rams have a chance to win the Super Bowl?
I think the Rams have a chance to win because, let's take a minute. Let's think about all these Super Bowls, all these teams won. Let's give it the Broncos versus Panthers, for example. Look at their defense. Broncos won because of their defense. Look at Tampa Bay, how they beat Kansas City because of their defense. First of all, these two teams right here has the most explosive offenses in the league, and it's gonna come down to defense, and that's just why I've got the Rams. Because they might have a top 5 defense. It ain't number 1 like the Buffalo Bills, who should have beaten the Chiefs and possibly went to the AFC Championship game, in my opinion. But the Rams might not have a top 5 defense. They got veterans up there in that secondary. Yeah, Joe Burrow took 9 sacks on the Titans. But the one thing the Titans didn't have, the one thing the Chiefs didn't have, they have secondary. And I'm not just speaking for Jalen Ramsey. I'm talking about Taylor Rapp, Darius Williams, Eric Weddle, a former Raven, former longtime Charger. I'm talking about all them boys up there. And then when I look at that from that perspective, the pressure with Aaron Donald, he's just on a whole different level. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, He alone with Von Miller that is just a game record, and it's gonna be a great game. It's gonna be an amazing game, and I'm gonna have to eat on my own words when I thought it was gonna be a regular season game, but when I look at these matchups and how it just stands out, it's gonna be a very great game and Super Bowl worthy.
Yeah, personally, me, I feel like the Rams are gonna win because who's stopping Matthew Stafford? Who's gonna stop Cooper Kupp? Who's gonna stop Odell Beckham Jr.?
Eli Apple.
Yo, oh yeah, what's good? Head Squad Productions. Look, if you want to join, the link is right here. If y'all want to join, the link will be right here. Tune in. We come up with questions. Y'all come up with some questions. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna be at your house during the Super Bowl. It's gonna be really fun to watch the Super Bowl. I think it's on CBS, I believe.
It's on NBC.
Oh, NBC. Oh, my fault.
NBC. So it's gonna be definitely good.
Yeah, look, who's gonna be the breakout player of the Cincinnati Bengals?
I think Joe Mixon is gonna go off.
What about on the defensive side for the Cincinnati Bengals?
Logan Wilson is going to be a tackle machine. He's going to come up with some clutch third down stops.
Nas, who's going to be the breakout player for the offense and defense for the Cincinnati Bengals?
Who could potentially, when I look at Jalen Ramsey and when I look at Jamar Chase, if I think Justin, it's gonna be Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase will have his game, but it don't change. Well, you know what? The key to the X factor in this game will be Joe Burrow, because he's the one that's making the passes. He's the one that's IDing the defensive players. He will be doing it all and everything. And if they might somehow win the Super Bowl, he's going to get Super Bowl MVP.
Personally, me, the breakout player is going to be offensive Bengals. It's clearly going to be Jamar Chase, because he has something to prove. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's Joe Burrow. For defense, it's going to be Trey Hickerson, because he's been really good for the Bengals in terms of being that edge. That's a guy the Giants should look something for in the draft. They need a player like that. He's not the best, whatever, but he knows how to produce and play football. That is the key. We need players like that who could just play football, learn the basics, learn the fundamentals. If you could learn the fundamentals, you could be really good. I'll give you a quick example. Luka Doncic. He's not known for dribbling. He's known for fundamental, knows how to cut, be aggressive to the rim, and shoot threes. Pass. If you know the basics and the fundamentals, you could be really good at any sport, no matter what sport you play. Yeah, Chase is the best player, one of the best wide receivers. All right, now let's switch it to the Los Angeles Rams. Logan, we'll start with you first. Who do you think is going to be breakout player for the offense and defense?
Breakout player for offense on the Rams. I'm going to go with Van Jefferson. I think in the slot, he's going to get 100-plus yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. I think he's going to be the overlooked guy that Cincinnati doesn't really focus on, and he's going to be able to go off. And then on defense, I'm going to say Aaron Donald has 3 to 4 sacks.
For me, on defense, it's going to be a breakout player. Who's going to be the most outstanding? I personally think it's going to be Aaron Donald. I think Aaron Donald's going to have he's going to get 4 sacks on Joe Burrow. That's the player
No, you can continue.
Oh, no, just go ahead.
I was about to say, the thing with Aaron Donald is, let's be honest, whenever Aaron Donald is in a big game that really matters, just like the last Super Bowl he was in, he never really shows up. So let's see if he can actually show up in a big game for probably the first time in his career, because whenever we're like, oh, he's in a championship game, he's in this playoff game, they need to win this game to go to the playoffs, he never really shows up and explodes like we think he's gonna. So let's see if he can manage to do that this Sunday.
But listen, to be fair, and that Super Bowl against the New England Patriots, Aaron Donald, he was double teamed a lot. You can't blame him. He was double and triple teamed a lot. So for the game coming up on February 13th on NBC, he has to show up. He has no other choice.
Yeah.
For offense, I think it's gonna be Odell Beckham Jr. I really think he's gonna have a game. The Bengals, Cooper Kupp, if he's expected to be double teamed by the Cincinnati Bengals, he's gonna get double teamed. Let's be honest. This is Odell's chance to prove that he's that receiver for the Rams. We all know Cooper Kupp, he's the best receiver for the Los Angeles Rams. Let's not get that twisted. But in this game, this is Odell's type of game. He needs to redeem himself for the playoffs, even though he has been showing up, but this is a Super Bowl. This is the last football game. This is a big game for Odell because remember he played against Green Bay Packers. He didn't show up. He was dropping a lot of passes because he went to the boat. This is his chance to prove everybody wrong. This is the game. Score like a touchdown, get like 90-something yards, win a Super Bowl on your resume for your career. I think it's going to be Odell Beckham Jr. Nas, we'll switch it to you.
Yeah, I think it's going for the offensive side. I'm gonna start with the offense. I'm gonna have to go with the Triple Crown winner, the Offensive Player of the Year, Cooper Kupp. He's just an amazing stud at the wide receiver position. Like right now, I don't think he's the best receiver in the league. But he can do everything. For you. He can play in the slot. He can play in the outside. Whatever you need him to do, he's going to be that. Just that, he led the league in receptions, 145. Receiving yards, 1,947, and 16 touchdowns. Triple Crown winner. But, and then my defensive side, like you all said, Aaron Donald, what he brings to the game is just crazy. He had 13 sacks this season. As a defensive tackle, and he can line up anywhere, just like Cooper Kupp on offense, but in a different style on the other side of the ball. He can play an edge. He can play different. Wherever you need him to line up, he's going to be. But bring it back to what y'all had brought up, like the 9 sacks, like just from the Titans. Joe Burrow's going to have to be Joe Burrow, but it's just Aaron Donald's going to be my Super Bowl MVP. He gonna bring the most pressures. He gonna have the most quarterback hits. He gonna have the most sacks.
Let's get it.
Yeah, listen, if it's a close game in the fourth quarter, what in y'all personal opinions, how y'all think the game is going to turn out? Is it going to be Matthew Stafford throwing a touchdown for the win, or Joe Burrow going down like 80 yards to win the game, or you see like Jamal Chase burning Jalen Ramsey for a touchdown? Or Aaron Donald getting a sack? Like, how do y'all see the game ending?
So let's do a hypothetical. Let's say it's a tie game, like 24-24, 3 minutes left. Matt Stafford has the ball. I could honestly see Matt Stafford doing some absolutely stupid, throwing a pick, fumbling, whatever, and I could see Joe Burrow driving down the field and winning the game for Cincinnati.
Personally, me, I think Bengals just go down the field, score a touchdown, but I think Matthew Stafford is going to drive back down the field and win the game with a touchdown, either to Cooper Kupp or Odell Beckham Jr. After they score, Bengals get the football back. I think Jalen Ramsey ends the game with an interception. That's how I personally think the game can end. But we'll switch to Nas.
Yeah, I got Aaron Donald forcing a fumble. Okay, let's put in. Matter of fact, let's put in a scenario. So I had it 35-21, right? So the Bengals got the ball. Aaron Donald gets double teamed through the middle. Aaron Donald, he rips through on a bull rush, fumbles the ball, picked up by Von Miller, and touchdown. Game-winning touchdown by Von Miller.
Okay, look, I do have a question though, right? I'm gonna start with Logan, then I will switch it now. So, what is the biggest strength and the weakest strength of the New York Giants?
Biggest strength for the New York Giants. Secondary. We have one of the most complete secondaries in the league. It just depends on if they can stay healthy. And our biggest weakness is obviously the offensive line. I don't even have to get into that.
You know, personally, me, our weakest strength is clearly the offensive line. That's something we're really struggling at right now. But for the biggest strength, yeah, I'll say it's secondary. You know, we have complete secondary. We have Bradbury, Adoree Jackson, Logan Ryan, Xavier McKinney, Julian Love. Possibly, we might get him back. Idribil Peppers. You know, and we'll see, man. And who do you think was the biggest and weakest strength for the Baltimore Ravens?
Our biggest strength is our running game. We all know that. You know, we broke the record, for the most team in NFL history with the most rushing yards in the season with 3,000. So our biggest strength, we all know that is Lamar Jackson, led by Lamar Jackson. Our weakness is, if I had to pull out our weakness, is let's say our pass rush. Possibly our pass rush. Because we have to blitz to create pass rush. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes we have to add like a couple of people at the line, and it creates a big play for the offense to make a play. So we're gonna try to clean it up this year.
Is there any last questions you have for us before I let everybody shout out their channels or whatever?
I got a question. What are your intentions on with Saquon Barkley? I think, is this his final year on the contract?
Yes.
Yeah. What y'all gonna do with him?
I personally want to keep him and let him play out the last year of his contract. And if he doesn't get injured and has a good season, I'd give him a 2 to 3 year contract. We'll let Jane get into it.
Yeah, look, it's CJ Talk Sports. Look, if you want to join, look, I'll send the link right now because we're gonna have you calling in. If you want to call in, though, I don't know if you're busy or not. Because if you don't want to call in a little bit, we'll just end it. But if you do want to join, the link is right here. Then we'll let you basically join the main event. We'll let you be the main event of the stream with the podcast. He says, get all your cornerbacks. Interesting statement right there. We're going to wait if CJ wants to join. I don't know if he's busy or not. I'm not sure. While we're waiting for him, Nas, who would you like to draft for the Baltimore Ravens? What is your main need?
I would like to have a safety. Let's bring in a safety.
Is there any safeties are you looking at on a draft board?
I'm looking at the safety from Michigan. Forgot his name. Matter of fact, guys, I want that D tackle from Georgia. I'm sorry to switch up on y'all. That D tackle from Georgia, his name is Gerard Davis.
Damn, green screen.
Replacement for Calais Campbell.
Logan, who's the main player who you personally want for the draft?
Akeem Akwanu. Drop the mic.
Oh, personally, me, I would. For me, I'm thinking about Evan Neal or Keon Green. CJ,
Evan Neal's so boomer bust. I'm not a big fan of him.
Everybody calling him a buzz because of the draft prospects.
Nah, man. But what were you saying?
Hey, CJ, are you gonna join, bro? I need to know.
Let's get it, man. I'm filming with CJ after this. You guys stay tuned for that video.
Is it anybody want to give y'all shout outs, put y'all links in the channel? I'll just share it to everybody.
Subscribe to my channel, LGZ Productions. I make Giants and Knicks content. I try to cover the whole world of sports except soccer because I hate soccer. I have a video coming out with CJ, maybe later tonight, maybe early tomorrow morning, but you guys should be on the lookout for that. And go subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, in the future, I will be having my own podcast. We want to cover basically about my team in the NFL. Draft, free agents, trades, anything that's interesting of that nature.
Let's get it.
Sub up to my channel, J Productions. You might have to type J the Champ because that's what's gonna pop up on YouTube. Follow Nas on all his media platforms. Sub to Logan's channel, LGC Productions. But that's gonna do it. Salute to everybody that was in the chat tonight. We had a really good StreamYard, a good podcast. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And we out here.
All right, y'all.